Good afternoon, students. In today's lab session, we will start with our looping statements. We are having three types of loop statement. First is while, then do while, then for. It will depend upon us which looping statement that we are going to use. First thing is why we use looping statement. When we want something in repetition, we want to repeat something, then we use loop. Loop means which is in cycle. We give some condition to in a statement, and then when the condition gets satisfied, the loop will execute. And when the condition will not get satisfied, you will be get terminated from the loop. Let's proceed with while loop. In the while, the syntax is while, then condition, then the body of while, the code that we want to be executed. Kindly note the syntax because the syntax is quite important. Then is do while. In the do while, first you have to do, then body of do, then while, then condition. Generally, the question is asked, what is the difference between while and do while? Let's check. In the while, first the condition is checked while, then the condition is checked, then the code is to be executed. If the condition is true, then only your code will be get executed. But in the do while, it's a do code to be executed then while. It means the difference between while and do while is do while will execute your statement at least once, because here the checking of condition will be done after the code to be executed. That means if your condition is false, at least you will get output a single time. Then for the for loop, there is a for initialization, then semicolon, then condition, then semicolon, then increment and decrement. It will depend upon the logic that you are going to use. Then in the parenthesis, we are having body of for the code to be executed. First thing is why we need looping statement. So you are going to print table of 2. If I say you have to print the first 5 values of 2, you can simply use the multiplication operation. But if say I said you have to print the table of 2 from starting from 1 up to 2 into 100, then it will be very difficult for you to write the code again and again. If I said you have to print any value or any name 10 times, you can simply see out that statement. But if I say you have to print that name 1000 times, then it will be very difficult for you to write the 1000-line code for the same name. So for this repetition, we use looping statement. The programs that we are going to implement today is to print the following series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n numbers using while, do while or for. I will use the same program and how you can implement by using the different type of loops. Then to print factorial of a number, to print table of any number, to print reverse of a number, to check a number that you have entered is Armstrong number or not. These are the list of programs that we are going to execute today. First thing is, it is not mandatory that you have to be fixed with loops. You can use any loop statement. It will depend upon you which loop statement that you are going to use. There is no any condition that you can only use for this particular program. You can only use while for this particular program. Sometimes your logic will become easy when you use while. Sometimes when your logic will become easy when you use do while. Sometimes your logic will become easy when you use for. So it will depend upon your programming skills that which loop that you are going to use. Here I will start with the IDE. Okay, the first program that we are going to implement is to print the series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n numbers using all the looping statements, right? Okay, firstly, I will start with the regular header files iostream.h and hash include monio.h. Then is your void main section. This is the basic layout of your program. Now, first thing is, I said we are going to use while first, right? I said while, this is the syntax of while. Then it's a condition is there. Then the body of while. Fine. First, let's understand the problem. Our problem is we are going to print this series, which is starting from 1. That means we have find out our first number from where we have to start. Here we have to start from 1. But if I say you have to print 0, 1, 2, that means your starting number is 0. Here I am going to start with 1. Then the condition is here. Firstly, I will take one variable, that is int I equal to 1, because I am going to start my loop, my series from 1. If you are going to start your series from 0, you will write here int I equal to 0. Why I am taking here integer type? Because these are all integer numbers. I'm not going to perform any calculation here. I'm just going to print this series. So I'm going to use an integer data type. Then comes the condition. Then instead of condition, I will write I. Value of I is 1 here. Here I will write here. In comments, I will write 1. Okay, I will write like this, while 1 is less than. How many iterations that you want to give? I said up to n numbers. It will depend upon how many iterations that I want to give. I said I want to print first 5 numbers only. Then I will give I less than 5, but I less than 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is not less than 5. So I will use I is less than equal to 5. Let's check out the condition here. While first is that I is less than equal to 5. Is it value of I is 1 here? Is it while 1 is less than equal to 5? Yes, condition is true. I will be get entered in the while body. In the while body, I will write C out whatsoever the value of I. I said 1 I. C out I. Then I will write here endl, so that output will be that clear to you. Then let's find out. Till now our code is here the value of I equal to 1. Then the statement comes while 1 is less than equal to 5. Yes, the condition is true. You will be get entered in the while body. In the while body, you were getting one output statement as C out I. You are going to get C out I means the value of I, that is 1. It means 1 will be get printed. Here I will print the value. 1 will be get printed on your output screen. What is the next value here? Here the next value is 2. I am going to increment. How you will get the 2? When you will increment 1 in 1, you will get 2. So I will use here post increment here I plus plus, or you may write like I equal to I plus 1. You may also write like this, or you may also write like this I plus equal to 1. This is shorthand operator that I have told you, type of operator. Okay. Here I am going to use the better way to write is to post increment here. I am going to increment the value of I by 1. Here the value of I by 1 means the value which is 1 will be get incremented by 1. It will be 2. Then you will go back to your while loop. Your program control will go to the while. Here the value of I have become 2. Then again you will check the condition. The condition will become 2 because it says while I is less than equal to 5. The value of I has been incremented in this step. The value of I will become 2. So it will become 2 is less than equal to 5. Your condition will become true. Then the next statement comes, your while will be get iterated until your condition is true. Then again you will get C out the value of I. Here the value of I is 2 instead of 1. Your 2 will be get printed here. Then again you are getting one iteration here. It's an I plus plus. That means the value of I which was 2 will be get incremented by 1. It will be get 3 again. Then again the program control will be go back to the while. The program control will go to the while until your condition will become false. Otherwise you will be everything will be get repeated. This is called repetitive loop. Your until your condition will become false, you will be in the repetition. Then the condition here is value of I is 3. 3 will be less than equal to 5. The condition is true here. Then C out I. C out I means the value of 3 will be get printed. Then again there is an iteration. In the next iteration, the value of 3 will become 4. Then you again back to the while loop. If the condition will become while 4 is less than equal to 5, it is true. Then C out I. The value of I will be get printed. That means 4 will be get printed. Then there is again increment in the I, that is 5. Then you will go back to the while loop. Here the condition is 5 is less than equal to 5. Yes, 5 is not less than 5, but 5 is equal to 5. Then the condition will become true. Then see out the value of 5. 5 will be get printed. Then there is again an increment in the I loop, that is 6. Your program control will go back. Here it says to check the condition 6 is less than equal to 5. No, your condition will become false. 6 is not less than equal to 5. So that your this part of while will not be get executed. You are outside your while loop, and now you save your program. I will compile this program to check the errors. 2 errors are there. No file ending is there. Okay. Then compile again. There is no any error. Then I will run the code. Now you can find out. This is my output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. In the same program, I can execute this program by using the do while concept. Just you have to use your do while concept. Here is do while syntax is do, then your statement code that you want to execute, then your while condition. Here we will write here. Here I will write do, and then while I is less than equal to 5. When you are using your while looping statement, you don't have to use your semicolon at the end of the statement. But when you are going to use your do while statement, you have to put semicolon at the end of the statement, right? By the same concept, your program will work. Now I will compile this program. There is no any error. Now I will run this program. Okay, let me write here clear screen. Now you are getting the same output as you were getting in the while. I'm using same program but with two different looping statement. One is with the while, other is with the do while. Now let's implement the same program by using the for loop. I will make comment here, a multi-line comment here, and will write my for loop. In the for loop, you will find out you can write your complete code in a single line. How you will write for, then here the initialization, which the thing I'm going to highlight here is here the initialization of value of I. In the for loop, the syntax is for, then initialization. So I will write here for int I equal to 1. Then the condition for loop say first comes the initialization part, then comes the condition. Here the condition is I is less than equal to 5. Then there is increment or decrement. It will depend upon your logic. Here I am going to increment, that is my increment part. The things, the statement that we are writing here in 3 lines, I am covering here in 1 line in for loop. Then the body of 4 will be get executed. Under the body of 4, I will write cout I and enter, so that my output will appear in next line. Here I will delete the code so that you will be able to see it very clearly what I have written in my for loop. Then I will compile it. There is no any error. Then run the code. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? If you want to use your decrement, then in the same program, if I want to print numbers in opposite order, let's start our loop from 5. I is greater than equal to 1, then I minus minus. Let's execute it, compile it, then run this. You are getting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the reverse counting I am writing here. How this logic is working here, if I am using the concept, I have to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then is from where my loop is going to start. My loop is going to start from 5. That means initialization. In the initialization part, that is in the starting part, I am going to use 5. What will be the condition? How long you want to repeat your loop? I want to repeat my loop until I will get the number 1, value 1. So my condition is 5. I equal to 5. 5 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, condition is true. So it will be get decremented. Value will become 4, but it is for the next time. Then the value will be get printed. So by 5 will be get printed here. Then I will go back to the for loop. Here the value of 5 will become 4. Then 4 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, the condition is true. The value of I will be decremented, but for the next time, then 4 will be get printed here. But for next time, the value of I has been decremented, which was 3. So 3 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, again the condition is true. The value of I will be get decremented 2, but I will be printed as 3 here. Then the value of I has become 2. 2 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, the condition is true. The value of I will be decremented as 1, but 2 will be get printed here. Then value of I has become 1. 1 is greater than equal to 1. 1 is not greater than equal to 1, but 1 is equal to 1. So 1 will be get decremented as 0. So 1 will be get printed here. Your program control will go to the for loop. It will check condition again. 0 is greater than equal to 1. No, 0 is not greater than equal to 1. Your loop will be get terminated. and now you will get the output 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But this way you can use your while loop, do while loop and for loop. The same program you can be implemented by using the concept of while, do while, right? Now we will do one program to find the factorial of a number. I'm going to print the factorial of a number. I will write here the layout. First thing is you are going to find the factorial of a number. Factorial means if you are going to find the factorial of 5, that means you are getting an answer 120. Okay, this will be your output. You can take any number here. I am taking int n. N is for any number. N is the variable that I am going to use, and the number whose factorial is I am going to find out is any number. If a positive integer number, it can't be a float number, so I am using the data type int here. I will write one statement here, output statement, enter n. Cin n. Here I have entered the value of n here. I'm using one concept here, that is f equal to 1. Why I'm using f equal to 1, I will come here later on. Then I will initialize my for loop here, int I equal to 1, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus. Let's find out. And I will write here f equal to f multiply I. This was the logic to find the factorial of any number. How this logic is working, let's find out. Firstly compile it. There is no any error. Then run this code. Any number that is 5, answer is 120. If you run this code, your number